make you nervous. A tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster. A reckoning, you wonder how I got this way.
Hey guys, how is everybody doing? It's been a minute. I just thought I would put together a few snippets of my week, to share in my lifestyle section of the blog. And, just come on and say hello, let you know I'm still here, busy behind the scenes with many, many different things. Many, many different things. And, just hoping that you are all having a wonderful time while I'm just busy behind the scenes with many different things. Right. So, yeah, I've been, you know, not only working at home, but going out for many different errands, if you will. And so during the week, I took a few snapshots, and of course, I went to see my horses. I hadn't seen them in a long time. I love to just look at horses. If you don't know that, that's one of my things. And so I did that this week, and I did a bit of walking, which was, or is, I should say, really needed because I've become a little bit sedentary, like working from home a lot and not walking. And so that's starting to show, if you know what I mean. So I did get a bit of walking this week. So that was really cool. So yeah, as I said, these are just snippets. Mostly it's the horses, you'll see a lot of shots of the horses, but in between, little moments of my day, yada yada. So I'm trying to see what has been going on in the Harry and Meghan world. And I'm looking here at Sussex Squad Family TV, one of my favorite YouTube channels. Just I haven't even had time to watch his videos actually, but I'm looking at his thumbnails and his titles. It says here Prince William and Kate baking at Welsh cake shop, a sick attempt to sabotage with love, Meghan. And I haven't listened to the video yet, but I'm like, wow, really? Really? Well, to be fair, I have seen both Kate and William do cooking segments in the past. Kate tried to make pancakes one time. It was not very successful. William would go to the soup shops and so on. But I mean, look, the timing, of this particular baking scene is interesting, given that Megan's cooking show has been widely advertised and we're all sort of waiting. When is March the 4th? What is today? Today's like, I can't even see what it is. Today cannot be the 27th. Holy crap, it's tomorrow the last day of February. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. So Megan's show will be dropping. Does that mean her show will be dropping on the weekend? Like 27th, 28th is tomorrow, which is Friday. Saturday is the first, second. No, it's next week. So next week. So her show will be dropping next week. So we all know that. So it's interesting coming. But look, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and even try to analyze why they did that and the timing of it. I mean, I'm just looking forward to Megan's show. I can't wait. And that's basically all. What everybody else does, they do. Now, it says here, I'm just looking at Brian's headlines. Brian, I hope you don't mind. Narinder Kaur demands Prince Harry and Meghan Markle be brought back to the UK. Let me click on this and see what he says here. Um, but here's the problem. I wonder what the problem is. I can't watch it right now just because there's not enough time. But, it's ridiculous, whatever it is. I mean, demand who's going to demand that Harry and Meghan be brought back to the UK? It's just ridiculous, right? Harry and Meghan are two adults in their 40s. I mean, do you remember what it was like when you were in your 40s? Are you even, Brian is not 40 yet. But I mean, when you're in your 40s and older, I mean, you're way past the age of people telling you what to do in your life. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like you're a full grown, full blown, full fledged adult and you make your own decisions, right? So, this idea that someone is going to demand Harry and Meghan be brought back, like two little escaped slaves or savages or, recalcitrant teenagers, is just stupid. It's just completely stupid. So, I'm not even going to go into that. Now, next up on Brian's podcast, videos. Prince William's feud against Harry worsens with William's latest move. Should Harry forgive him? I wonder what that could be. At this point with William, um, and whatever is going on in his mind and so on, I mean, it seems clear to me that Auntie's house is beautiful. You That's what's pretty clear to me. I just love horses. This whole video is a mashup of like my week. So it's many different days and it's just a mashup. So but mostly for me, the highlight is the horses because I had been gone for a while and then I went back this week and I'm like, I love. But anyway, I digress. Um, so Prince William's feud against Harry worsens. I mean, look, at this point, as I said, these are adults. William is a full-blown adult, and Harry's an adult. And look, they're not having a good time right now in their relationship. And guess what? For me, the ship has sailed. The ship has sailed. Okay, you guys, I cannot be bothered with what William thinks or feels or it does. I'm interested, I'm mostly interested in Harry and Meghan. Am I above a video, a story about William and Kate? No. I mean, if it's relevant, it's relevant. If I have the time, I have the time. If I want to, I want to, I do it. But as a general rule, at this point, I'm not really hugely concerned with what William thinks, what he does. This whole thing for me is like fait accompli. Harry and Meghan are in Montecito. They are happy. They are together. They're raising their family and they're thriving. They have their businesses, their endeavors, they're entrepreneurs. Some of their things work out really well, some of their things maybe not so well. That's entrepreneurship. And that's one of the things I really look to them for because entrepreneurship is difficult. It's really, really difficult, even for the most skilled, right? Not everything that you do will work. There are many, many mishaps. There are many twists and turns, many start overs, many do overs. You know what I mean? As an entrepreneur. And, I like watching Harry and Meghan for that reason to see how their trajectory goes, how their journey goes, what lessons I can learn, you know from their story. I find it very inspiring. And that's really it at this point. You know, I mean, I love to come on to Brian's YouTube channel because he's so thorough and he really knows all the characters. He knows them all by name. He names and shames them and so on. And it's almost like coming to a newspaper and just getting all the gossip, And so I like coming on. But I'm not going to, certainly not today, I'm not going to delve too deeply into a lot of this stuff because Brian is also, probably 22 years old. He has energy. I'm pleased, you guys. So what's the other one here? He said, Prince Harry. Meghan has been part of Invictus Games community since 2016. This will destroy William. Well, look, Harry and Meghan are a team, right? And Harry depends on his wife, and his wife depends on her husband. Clearly, in many ways, they are a team. And for me, I'm not, I'm gonna, I don't know how honest I can be. I mean, I'm fatally honest sometimes. Sometimes it's fatal how honest I am because I don't have a filter in a lot of ways. It's like whatever I feel, I say, you know what I mean? Which is not always good, you guys. Um, this is the Petit Palais. It's so beautiful, isn't it? But I just feel like with Harry and Meghan, um, they're very much a team. Well, you know what? I'm just going to have a filter. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say, but Harry and Meghan are very much a team. They're very much a team. They like each other. They depend on one another. They bounce off each other. No pun intended. And Harry likes having his wife in his life, and with the Invictus Games, Megan has been integral to that. I mean, for someone like me, I'm not like a hugely invested sports person, not hugely. In fact, I would say I'm not invested at all in any kind of sports team or anything like that. I don't watch sports. I just don't, right? I could care less, actually, right? So for me to even talk about the Invictus Games, and I mean, that was probably too honest, but because the Invictus Games, obviously, the athletes are injured servicemen and women, and so it's a little bit different. But still, the fact that Megan is involved with it is huge in terms of my own interest in the games. You know, I mean, and with all due respect and deference to, injured servicemen and women, I mean, of course, I don't want anyone to be injured and so on and so forth, but I'm not a sportswoman. I mean, I love horses. You know, I love watching horses, gallop, and I love the way they sound when they eat, but I I'm not a sports or I mean, I watched some basketball in my day, right? Back in the day, back in the far, far day, I love Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, slam dunk. Was he a three-point shooter? He wasn't hugely three-point. Yes, he was. He was a very good three-point shooter, actually. I like men. Well, not men, but I like people that can, well, men, because I mean, are there women who can do three-point shots? I don't even know. I don't watch women's sports. But, when they can throw the thing into the hoop from three-point shot range. Oh my God, I have to stop here, you guys. I mean, this is almost out of juice. Well, listen, these pictures are just my week in review, okay? And I'm sitting here analyzing, this, to see what's new with Harry and Meghan. And it looks like, Harry and Meghan have been relatively quiet, but, Brian is talking about all these other Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Yeah, so Brian, is basically, talking about all these, different things in the Invictus Games and so on and so forth. And, Harry and Meghan are a team. I mean, that's it. They're a married couple and they're really a married couple. They're friends, they're a team, they like each other, they work well together. And people are just going to have to just suck it up and deal with it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save this video because it's so long and I have very little memory. So I've got to stop, you guys. I need some tea.
I make you nervous, a tragedy. I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way.